Now, your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. I really am holding a portable device emulating Dreamcast so I can play Shenmue on the go. That's how awesome this thing is, and how are you feeling? John Rigg'd here, and I thank you for watching and checking out this channel. This is the GPD XD. The GPD XD, it's available right now. It's been out for a little while now, and I want to thank GearBest for sending me this so I have a chance to check it out and share it with you as well. I love portables. I love video games, you know that, but I love portables, and I'm okay with emulation so long as it's not hurting the other guy, so to speak, you know. Something like this is perfect. Now, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, Sega Master System, Game Gear, Game Boy, I have devices that can emulate those just fine. I'm okay there. What I wanted was something that I could do Dreamcast, something I could do PlayStation 1, MAME, on the go, in a very convenient setting, and this right here is the way to do it. It really is. Now, I'm not going to do the overhaul review right now. I'm not going to go into all the details and the specs and all the cool things it can do. It's an Android device. On the inside, deep down inside, it's Android. There is Google Play available, so if you don't like the emulators it comes built in with, and it does come built in with emulators, pre-built, it's already part of the system, you can open it up, plug it in, turn it on, go straight to work. There's even a couple of games that are already on there. This is perfect for you. And perfect for me too, because yes, there are ways that you can go in there, tinker, toy with it. If you don't care about the emulators, like I said, you can download an emulator that works better for you. That's fine. There's a plug and play right there. It's a micro USB. You plug it in, there's a ROMs folder. You drop the games in the ROMs folder and it recognizes them immediately. MAME, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and many, many more. Just plug them in there. PSP included in here as well, and it does PSP very, very well. It doesn't do everything perfectly, which is fine. I'm not going to waste my time looking for all the perfect games. I know it's not going to do everything perfectly. I know that. I'm already aware of that. I'll even show you an example right now. To back out, super easy. With Dreamcast, you just do that. It's also touchscreen too. How cool is that? Now, I was playing earlier. I'm going to go down here. There's emulators here. I was looking at Nintendo 64. That's another thing that's very hard to emulate. Can't really do Nintendo 64 very well. This thing looks fantastic for Nintendo 64. Unfortunately, certain games have a slow rate. This is Pokemon Snap, as you can see. It works. I know it's a little blurry right there, but looking at it here, I wish this was the way my Pokemon Snap looked when I played it on my TV. Super high definition graphics. Unfortunately for this game, well, there's a bit of a slowdown. But other games I've tried out, in fact, I'll even show you another one. There's a menu button right here. You can click that if you'd like. You can get rid of those apps. I'm done with those. Done with those indeed. All right, let's go back to what we were working on. There is the, you can do the emulators there. You can also go to the apps. Here's a different Nintendo 64 emulator. This was one I found out I thought was pretty well. I'll rate it later. Don't worry about it. No, come on. Come on, you. Don't worry about that right now. You can load up your game here. And play. Check this out. I'm playing one of the Mario 64 hacks. This is Luigi 64. Isn't that great? It's hard to play upside down right now because I'm going the wrong direction. You see the things on the screen too. Here's how cool this is. This button right here, you get to map out where you want your buttons. And it's drag and drop. Like you got the analog stick here. There's the analog. Well, I need to put my analog stick right there. There you go. Analog goes right there. Save. Right there. That's my analog. You can do that for any of the emulators. You can map out the way you want your controller mapped out with that button right there. Super, super simple to use. There's like a tab, volume up and down. And if you want to, mini HDMI. Maybe you saw that earlier. Mini HDMI. You can plug this into your TV. If you want to play these great Nintendo 64 hacks, like Luigi 64 or whatever, you can. You can just plug it right into your TV, use this as your gamepad. This thing can do a lot more than I will probably look into it, because what I want is I just want a portable Dreamcast, portable PlayStation 1. Just something portable I can bring with me and play some of these great games that I've been missing out on. I've played all the 64 game, you know, like the Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo. I have systems that can do that on the go. I didn't have one that could do Nintendo 64 really well on the go. This one does Nintendo 64 better than a Raspberry Pi 3. I'll say that right now. This is the GPD XD. Again, if you want yours, link in the description below. Again, thanks to GearBest. GearBest is where I was, where they sent me one of these from. and I just had to check it out too. LR bars on the side. The size, I think super awesome. For comparison, here's a standard DS. This is the DS Lite. A little bit smaller. And then I also have the DSi XL, comparable in size. This one is kind of hard to see, but it feels like it's about... It feels like the DSi XL is a little bit bigger than the GPD XD here. This thing can do a whole lot. It's locked right now. There you go. Gonna unlock it right there. Just that simple. Let's go back for a little bit too. Let's back out a little bit. Let's see. What should we do here? I'll just get rid of this. There we go. Go back over here. Arcade. It can do arcade games. You want to do WrestleFest? No, it doesn't do every game, so it may or may not work. I haven't tested this one out yet. Yeah, looks good to me. The select button is your insert coin button. There you go. Gonna play some WrestleFest right about now. Isn't that cool? This thing can do a lot. It can do a whole lot more. And it is, again, with Google Play, you can do all your apps and all that too. You can collect Nintendo games. In fact, they even have, you know, Netflix, Hulu, social media stuff down here too, if you want to. It's kind of wonky, but it works, you know. But this is perfect for if you just want to, you know, pop in, you know, Hulu or Netflix or something like that. It's Wi-Fi enabled. It's not Bluetooth enabled, unfortunately. Yes, you can use a wired controller, but you can't do it through Bluetooth. So if you have a controller plugged in directly, that's perfect. It'll recognize it just like that. So this is pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of it. Again, if you want yours, link in the description below. Thank you for watching so much. There's a whole lot more we can talk about this too. If you're looking for a full-on review, I want to thank publicly ETA Prime and Mr. Izzy Noble. I'm sure he has a cooler name than just Mr. Izzy Noble. But I'll link to both of those videos in the description below. They helped me kind of get this thing set up, because when I first got it, my first impression was like, wow, it has all these cool things and all these cool apps. But it took me a little bit to realize I don't have to use the emulators that are built in. I can use my own emulators. You know, I can do other things too. It can do PlayStation 1. Here's the other thing though, there is a bit of a lag, especially with this emulator. So when you're doing dance and rhythm games, I'm loading up Parappa right now, those ones aren't going to work very well at all. So on that note, thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you, alright?